It is springtime, time to get the shotguns out, time to go out and shoot some clay pigeons, and that's exactly what I plan to do. Gavin Gear here from ultimatereloader.com. About a year ago, I brought you a couple stories on this MEC 100E ATA target throwing machine. I did an unboxing, if you will, and an assembly. I showed you the target machine in action. In this video, I wanted to take it a step further. I wanted to show you some upgrades and accessories that I've added to the machine, and then walk you through the series of adjustments that you can make to the machine to configure it exactly to your needs. Let's get started. So after you assemble the thrower, the first thing you're going to need to figure out is a battery situation. Now last year I ran a larger battery on this. I don't have that battery available anymore, so I stole this lawn and garden battery from my welder generator. Any 12-volt battery will do. The larger the battery, the more runtime you're going to get, obviously, and the more time to charge. You want to make sure that it's going to fit on the tray. I've got a bungee cord here holding it down, and I also hooked up some alligator clip leads here so that I can easily connect and disconnect power. I can swap out a battery quickly, and then it's also ultra safe. I hook up power, I can go ahead and fire the unit, and then when I disconnect power, obviously it's not going to fire. So if I'm loading clay pigeons or if I'm making adjustment, that's all good. I also took the standard pin connector off the front, and I got this 2-inch ball coupler here for use with the trailer hitch on my quad. And that makes it really handy to hook up and use. I was able to bolt it right on, and life is good. The other thing I'm going to show in this video just a little bit later is this remote firing switch. Last year I had concocted a very simple extension cord unit with the gray box with the switch on it, kind of a hokey solution. This is a really nice weatherproof switch that you can step on to actuate the machine, and it just hooks up right to this unit here. So if I hook it up, turn on my power, I can now fire it with the switch. Very nice. So we'll see that in action when I get the machine set up here in the proper direction to throw some clay pigeons. On to adjustments. The first adjustment I want to show you is the rotation angle. So the ATA, which is the Amateur Trap Association, has guidelines which range between about 45 degrees of sweep and about 90 degrees of sweep. And to make the adjustment, all you need to do is take a 3/8 Allen tool, loosen the bolt here, and swinging it out will give you more rotation. Swinging it in will give you less rotation, and I'm going to leave it right about where the factory setting was, which I marked with a Sharpie there. In fact, I'm going to give it just a little bit more because I think that would be kind of fun to try. And it's going to depend on the terrain and the obstacles that are in the way, that kind of thing. So that's how easy the rotation angle is to set. The next adjustment is the speed, the launch speed of the clay pigeon, and that is based on how extended the spring is. All we have to do is loosen these two nuts and tighten the one on the outside. That's going to pull the spring more extended. This unit is going to be factory set somewhere around 40 to 42 miles per hour, which is the ATA spec, but it will go up just over 60 miles per hour. And when I load clay pigeons, we'll see what the factory setting is exactly. Okay, next we're going to take a look at tilt angle, which is going to be these two nuts here. If we loosen these, we're going to be able to adjust how high the targets are going to fly. And what I did here is I made a mark here. You can see the Sharpie mark. That is the factory setting. So I'm just going to put it back to where it was at the factory. You can see that in just a matter of a minute or so, you can kind of dial that in, depending on how you have the target thrower situated on your property and what you want from a launch angle perspective. All right, so here's my speedometer. I got the thrower set up. I got a board coming off the front here with 1 foot marks on the board, and I'm going to see if I can freeze frame the video and calculate the miles per hour based on what I see in each frame. So let's see if this is going to work. Wow. Okay, one more. Those are going really far. Okay, so I just looked on the computer. I took a freeze frame. I took the distance that it went in 1/60th of a second, which is 1 frame of video, and I subtracted the width of one of these clay pigeons, exactly a foot. Blur minus pigeon equals 1 foot. That is about 60 feet per second, divided by 1.4666 feet per second per mile per hour gives us 40.91 miles per hour. Very good job, MEC, to hit the exact middle range of 40 to 42 miles per hour for the ATA specification on speed. Good to go. But if I wanted to jack up the speed, I know how to do that. And if I wanted to slow it down, it's just as easy by adjusting those 2 nuts and the spring tension. So now that we've confirmed all of our measurements, let's do some shooting. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, missed it! Ah. There's no 6th shot. Nicked it. Woo. Well, that was a ton of fun. If there's one thing that's for sure, it's I never regret taking out the target thrower, especially with friends, to shoot some clay pigeons. Ton of fun, and I got a lot more shotgun content coming up here on ultimatereloader.com. So if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't want to miss any of the other action here on Ultimate Reloader, please subscribe with notifications. Until next time, happy shooting and happy reloading.